Hey guys, welcome back to another GTA 6 video. My name is Saintsfan, and today we're taking a look at GTA 6's map. Now you may be wondering how, because it didn't get leaked. And you're right, it did not get leaked. That's the one freaking thing. We got 90 videos, all kind of new stuff, but not the freaking map, of course. Unlucky for us. However, luckily for us, the GTA community is nuts. It's just insane. And what we're going to be taking a look at are a couple of maps made by people based off of the leaks. So these maps aren't necessarily confirmed. It's not like 100%, but it does give us a very, very clear look at what GTA 6's map will look like. And that's very exciting. So let's waste no time and hop into this. Now, I want to start with this, and you're looking at this like, what the hell? This is GTA 5's map made by fans before the game came out. I don't know how early this was, before like 2013, but you can see it's got a pretty good idea of what the map looked like. And this was all based off of trailers. This was based off of pictures in the trailers and stuff. And it's, again, it's not perfect, but you can see it's a pretty decent job. And here's another one that's maybe a little bit better. Maybe this one was once they had a little bit more detail, a little bit more info. But you can see fan-made maps actually turn out to be pretty damn good, or at least give you a pretty good idea of what the game map will actually look like. So with that being said, let's jump into the GTA 6 stuff. So this right here was the first map. I think this was made about a week or so ago, and we since have some updated maps, which we'll take a look at, but this was the first one. And this one is very bare bones. The way they are actually measuring this apparently is rage engine units. Like, that's the engine Rockstar's games are in. And apparently there's like a standardized measurement system, which means that they can pretty accurately get the scale of this map. But as you can see, and the borders, I will say in pretty much all of these maps, the borders are the one thing that everyone's just guessing. Also, the north of the map is something, another place that we didn't really see much in the leaked videos, so that is another sort of guess. But of course, on the far right here, we have the Vice City beach, you know, the main part of the area. Maybe more of the city over here in the middle of the map. You do have a nice river running at the top left. That's where Port Gellhorn is, which we'll maybe touch more on in this video. And then at the southern part of the map, that's where you have the Keys. That's where you have the swamplands. But yeah, this was the first bare bones map. Let's continue though. This right here then takes that original map and sort of overlays it with GTA 5's map. And again, using the same sort of rage engine units, I guess. This gives us a pretty decent idea of the scale of this new GTA 6 map compared to GTA 5. I'm not saying, and I don't think these people who made this are saying this is 100% accurate. You know, things could definitely change, but it gives you an idea. It's going to be bigger, not significantly bigger, mind you, but it will be definitely a little bit bigger. One of the things, of course, we all know with GTA 5's map is the whole sort of middle to north part was severely underutilized. I feel not many people ended up going up in, you know, Pluto Bay, Sandy Shores. Most people just stay down in the city. So hopefully this new GTA 6 map sort of alleviates that. If we have Vice City over here on the right, and then we have Port Gellhorn, another like major city on the left, maybe that'll be a good balance between, you know, how Rockstar did the GTA 5 map. So yeah, anyway, this is, again, the scale. We'll continue though. And then we move to this map, which is made by Reddit user Francher-Styles. It's a little bit easier on the eyes. We can sort of get an idea, of course, where things properly are. And again, Vice City, we know that is on the right. I mean, that's just a given. Port Gellhorn is over here on the left, and it does seem to be a pretty decently sized city. I would almost equate it to be Paleto Bay plus Sandy Shores, and maybe even bigger than that if you did combine those two little towns. What's interesting, we do know there is this giant lake in the map, Lake Leonida. We do also have the Red Hills, and there's also supposed to be a forest, I believe, in the Red Hills. There's the river. Again, people were a little confused on which way the river's going. I've seen some people put it this way. Some people have it going to the left. At the bottom, we have the swamplands, the grass river, the homestead, and then of course the Florida Keys down here at the very bottom. So I think this is actually a pretty solid overview of how the geography of the map is going to look. Of course, we're in Florida, so there's not going to be like major mountains or anything. The red hills might be the highest, and I don't even think they're that high IRL. So we'll see how Rockstar does decide to do that. Then that takes us to another map. This one made by Reddit user, I guess his name is Tim. This one has the Interstate, which we do know, I-97. That was in a couple of the leaked videos. So this gives you an idea maybe of how the interstate system is going to look. It's just going to wrap around the whole map. This one's a little bit more basic. I'm not entirely sure what these colored lines are supposed to be. Maybe that's just like the scale or something. But again, we have Vice City over here on the right. This is going to be the main city part. We have Port Gellhorn or Gellhorn over here on the left. I believe Port Gellhorn, if anyone was wondering, I think it's supposed to be based off of like Fort Myers, which is coincidentally the city that just got like destroyed by the recent hurricane. But that's supposed to be what Port Gellhorn is, I believe. We have Lake Leonida up here at the top. Might be a little bit bigger than what he has here. And of course, on the bottom, this is the swamp area. This is where I think there's going to be a lot more nature and wildlife. And then of course, the Keys at the very, very bottom. Now, this person actually has a little bit different scale compared to GTA 5's map. Now, again, I'm not entirely sure what he's basing his scale off of, and none of these are going to be perfect until we get a lot more information. But his map is also slightly bigger than GTA 5's. It's not as big as the first one I showed, but it is bigger. So if you were wondering, if you were worried that this map maybe was going to be smaller or the same size, it's not. It is going to be bigger. Plus, you also do have to remember there was a leak from Jason Schreier, pretty much almost kind of confirms it, that this game, GTA 6, is going to have more interiors than any previous Rockstar game. So even if the map was the same size as GTA 5's over here on the left, it's going to have way more interiors. It's going to have way more interactivity. It's going to have way more stuff to do. So don't get worried if the map isn't like 5 times the size of GTA 5's map. It's going to have a lot more content. So that is something I don't think anyone should be worried. Now we come to probably one of the most in-depth maps. This is the one so many people are working on. Matter of fact, down here, DoPZOR is working on this. This was created by him, but so many map makers in the GTA mapping community are helping out with this map. And this is the one that does give us probably the clearest look. I do believe still with this one, the borders are a little questionable. We don't exactly know how the outside of the map is going to look, but let's dive into this one. We'll start, of course, with Vice Beach. We have Ocean Beach down here. This is where I think the majority of people are going to spend their time because it's the classic Vice City area. You, of course, are going to have the bridges, the islands in between the two main parts. Hopefully they bring the mansion back. I believe that was teased in one of the leaked videos, so that is good news. Over here on the left-hand side, that's where like the actual city is going to be. That's where the stadium, Mamba's stadium, is. And apparently these guys already have like a little part of the city mapped out, which is kind of crazy. It'll for sure be really, really cool to see how this compares like 2 years from now, whenever the game does come out. It does look like there is a smallish river, maybe canal here. So that's kind of neat. The airport, I don't think I can really drag. Let's see, I can scoot it over. The airport, of course, is going to be slightly outside of the city. That's down here in the middle. What is kind of cool, if I just zoom out, they do continue these, like the Florida Key Islands in this particular map aren't just at the very bottom. They are actually sort of continued down the Vice Beach Island. And I actually like the way this is. I don't know if that's like, if they map this out, I guess it's speculated borders up here at the top right. The orange is speculated borders. I guess this is the key. So if anyone wants to dive a little bit deeper, sure. So I guess maybe these islands are speculative, but I do like this idea where it's just off the coast. It just gives you more things as you go further south. Down here at the very bottom, though, we have the homestead, which is maybe similar to the grapeseed area in GTA 5. Maybe that's sort of what that's sort of implying. Here we have another lake sort of actually next to the airport. Does extend. One of the things that's a little disappointing, because this was a disappointing thing in GTA 5, and I'm hoping because we don't have enough information, we don't know just yet, there's not a river that can cut through. Like, there's not a way to go from the left-hand side of the map to the right-hand side of the map on water. Maybe they'll put a river that cuts through like Lake Leonida and then cuts over here. And the only reason I would want something like that is just so you have options. Like if you're on a boat, you don't need to go all the way around to the bottom to, you know, get to the other side. Obviously, that's just some hope, some speculation for me. But let's go up here to the Port Gellhorn. This is the part we got to see a lot of in the leaked videos. There is a racetrack over here. This actually, like I said, seems to be a pretty decently sized town. I think there was a couple of neighborhoods in the game files, or in the leaked videos. There was a couple of trailer park mentions in those videos. Obviously the racetrack, I don't know if this is considered, but the diner scene in the leaked videos, that's up here near it. This map, I believe, is missing a couple of the forested areas. I don't know if they've gotten to that yet, but there is the Red Hill Forest, which I guess we're assuming is up north. There's also the Riverbend Forest that was mentioned in the leaked videos. Maybe that's down south. I think overall, this map is going to play a little bit different than the GTA 5 map, because of course GTA 5 was more north to south, where this one is more east to west. Most of the stuff, most of the city stuff is in the center of the map, which maybe means there'll be a lot more areas that people actually go to. Like, let's just assume in the GTA Online aspect, this whole center part with Vice Beach, the Vice City area, and the Port Gellhorn, it looks like there's going to be a lot more stuff to do. And then if you do have the Keys and then this homestead area down in the south, that seems to be a good balance as far as like things to do in the game. So I think so far I'm actually liking this map quite a bit. But we do have one more map I'll show you guys. Now this one is a little bit more speculative. This one is made by Ouisti on the GTA forums. Now this one looks a little bit more like a finished GTA or a Rockstar map. This one does have a lot more stuff in the north. I don't know, because we've seen this on a couple of these maps. Yorktown, I don't believe, I'm not entirely sure if that was in any of the leaked videos, but this one does maintain an island map. I don't know if Rockstar's going to do that again. This one actually has Vice City down in the south, which is an interesting thing. Also has Lake Leonida in the middle. There is a, if we zoom in and scroll back down, the Redneck Yacht Club, which honestly is a fitting location for it. But on the Vice City part, we'll start with that. Of course, the airport down here. We have the Florida Keys in his. Also in his, we have some islands down here, the Bahama Mamas Resort. That would be cool. This is another island. Maybe that's supposed to be Cuba, South America. Not entirely sure in his vision. There's also another island just way out here. You can see, though, Port Gellhorn is just going to be, from most of these maps, it looks like Port Gellhorn is going to be the other major city just to the west of Vice City. Now, in his map up here in the north, he has Funland Park. I'm assuming that's supposed to be like Disney World. He does have the Red Hill Forest up here in the north. And he has a couple other parts. The Sisika Ruins, I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to be. I like his north part of the map a lot more because it's a little more interesting. Of course, again, though, just pure speculation on that part. We didn't get to see enough of the northern part to get an idea. But yeah, this one, I do like this one a lot. This one's a very cool map. So yeah, those are the maps. That's what we know of GTA 6's map, at least compared to GTA 5. It does look like it's going to be the biggest map Rockstar's ever made. So that's cool. And of course, as more info comes out, maybe more official info comes out, I'm sure all of these maps will be updated. So, you know, when that does come out, I'll keep you guys up to date. But it is definitely a cool thing that we got sort of a look at Vice City's map. It's not perfect. but this, I think, gives us a very clear look at how the game's map is gonna look. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA content, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.